So I wanted to do this video opening up, I opened up Module 1 yesterday, and I wanted to give you guys a brief sort of rundown about Module 1 for people who are wanting to start on that. I'm going to give you more kind of on a weekly basis. But for now, I do want to, I'm not going to spend a long time going over it, but I do want to cover some basic stuff. So again, I have section 23W pulled up, but 18W, it's exactly the same. So Module 1, we're going to click in there. So this is your first big paper. It's due March 9th, so we've got about 4.5 weeks or so, due Sunday, March 9th. It's your literary analysis essay. It's worth 20% of your grade. You will have an associated annotated bibliography worth 5% of your grade, which is what each of those reading responses is worth. And so you've got two parts, the essay itself and then this very brief annotated bibliography, which that is due February 26th. Okay, so this paper is an analysis of one of the 4 stories or that Frost poem that we've read in this class. So you can pick Nothing Gold Can Stay, The Pedestrian, The Lottery, The Ones Who Walk Away from Omelas, that's the one we're doing this week, and then the one we're doing next week, which is To Be or Not to Be. That's a 0. It's a little play on the Hamlet, Shakespeare, the quote from Hamlet. So, yeah, so what you're going to do is you are going to take your selection. I don't care which one you want to write about, but it has to be one of those. And you're going to write about the theme of that story. By now, you should have already discerned what you think the theme is for the poem and for 3 out of the 4 stories. So, it should be obvious why we were doing the reading response unit, so you can think about each of those stories. So whatever you pick, you'll have already given it quite a lot of thought in terms of analyzing it. So pick a story or the poem. You are going to then write about the theme. You will analyze how the author uses some literary devices, and that's of your choice, to reveal the theme of the story. Okay? So if we were talking about, say, the lottery, we could say that the theme of the story is resistance to groupthink, like I said in my sample paper that I wrote. And we know this through Shirley Jackson's use of symbolism, characterization of Tessie, and maybe irony. Okay? So then you're going to spend your essay really digging in and exploring deeply how Shirley Jackson reveals the theme of resistance to groupthink, first by looking at how she uses irony to do it, then symbolism, and then, what did I say, the other one? Then, I don't remember, allegory. It doesn't matter. You're going to pick your three literary devices or elements, and you're going to spend a good solid paragraph or 2 on each one, probably more like 2, pulling examples. You're also going to incorporate 2 literary criticism sources. So if you go back to that scavenger hunt, I asked you to go look up things. By now you should figure it out that all of the stuff I asked you to look up had to do with the stories we're reading. Okay? So you're going to go and you're going to look up and you're going to find 2 sources on your story of choice, and you're going to incorporate that. So you're going to say what the critics think. All right? So if we scroll down here in this folder, I have the calendar. You can start this anytime you want, okay? If you want to start thinking about theme right now, you already know you want to write on a story. You already can start thinking about your theme selection and your initial thoughts, okay? Because you'll have a discussion board to post from it'll be about 2 weeks from now, okay? Then you've got some worksheets to help you work through all of your thoughts. Then you're going to go find your 2 or 3 sources. I'm asking for 3 because you're only required to have 2, but you know how it goes. Sometimes you see stuff that doesn't work as well and you have to start over again. So it's good to start with more than you need. Alright, so here's all the materials you need for the literary analysis essay is here. And all the materials you need for your annotated bibliography are here. Here's PowerPoints, here's the assignment sheet, there's the rubric, here's a sample, and here's that worksheet. Okay, so then, again, so we can go back here, here's my calendar. Then I will say that I have everything that's due all in this folder literally in order. So if you do not remember what's due, all you have to do is scroll down and look for the date, and I have them in order of when they're due. Worksheet 1, this is at discussion board, identifying theme, discussion board activity. Here's a handout on theme. So if you're not sure, you can go and read this handout. So I have it step 1, step 2, step 3, your worksheet, and you go and you post, you create your thread. Then once you've done that, you're going to do worksheet 2 on literary devices and theme. So you will walk through, it will walk you through your devices, what you want to use, okay? How do you want to show that theme is being revealed, okay? Then your third step has to do, your third worksheet has to do with asking you to find your potential sources and annotating them. All right, so that takes us through the end of February with that annotated bibliography due. So these steps really walk you through the process. What you need to start thinking about is which story and what theme do you want to write about. All right.